all looked up at once. It was almost like an intelligence told us, hey, look over here, we're here.
We saw 3 red lights in a triangle almost directly overhead.
I saw these things and I ran inside and got my brothers and sisters.
It actually lifted up and it could actually turn.
I'm gonna ask you to look away. I love my hands, but
I wasn't one who believed that UFOs might exist. I was satisfied they exist.
the life I have isn't what I'd seen.
They estimated 100 yards from the left wing was this 100-foot disc.
A lot of the astronauts are told to keep it quiet, and they're good Americans too. They develop the film from the moon, everything that's done by NASA.
Ma che ce ne saranno ancora degli altri superiori.
There's so much evidence out there that even if less than 1% is true, that would be enough to collapse the current paradigm and change the whole planet.
There goes 1, 2, 3. And look, there's 4. There's 4. There's 4. We have a confirmed CE5. Holy damn hot shit. Dog. Thank you. All right.
Oh my God, another beautiful, stunning, absolutely stunning. Not an airplane. Oh, here comes a military plane very quick. Yeah, there's a very fast military. Okay, they're gonna go. Oh. It turned right to it. Yeah.
On March 13th, 1997, when the Hale-Bopp comet was very clear in the northwest sky, thousands of people were outside trying to get a glimpse of it when they also caught a glimpse. These orbs, giant orbs, equidistant in a V formation of 1 mile to 2 mile wide in some very credible reports. And that's the particular area where these phenomena keep popping up from my vantage point. The Native Americans living in the basin between South Mountain and the Estrellas have told me that not only were they looking up at the Phoenix Lights during the mass sighting, but they've been looking up at them for centuries.
I live in a community called Loop, northeast of Flagstaff, on the Navajo Indian Reservation. We'll have to go back in time one day before. We saw 6 to 7 lights that were circling along the horizon. The entire street came out. It was almost like a block party. Everybody turned off their lights, everybody sat in their front yards, and everybody watched this unusual light show.
I squeezed down the best of what I found and finally came forward in 2004 with the Phoenix Lights, a skeptic's discovery that we are not alone.
10,000 people approximately witnessed this, one of the largest experiences of this sort ever recorded.
The Phoenix Lights phenomenon didn't seem to be falsifiable in any way. It was being validated by most everybody that saw it.
The ultimate shall we say, insult was the governor of the state of Arizona, Fife Symington, finally calling a news conference saying that he has finally got the answer to the Phoenix Lights, and he introduces some staff member dressed up as a space alien.
People got very angry because here is the top elected official of the state making fun of what I estimate to be close to probably 10,000 people saw this.
Under the watchful eye of the public, Symington retracted his statement.
If you had been here 10 years ago and standing out here and looking up there at the lights and the view, you would have been astounded. You would have been amazed.
The so-called Phoenix Lights were seen by many people in 1997. Skeptics say they were military aircraft or flares, but not the former governor.
It was probably some form of an alien spacecraft.
And see that little dot right there? That dot don't belong there. I said, I'm one of those, what you would call the high government official in the FAA. I was the division chief. There was only 3 or 4 down from the admiral.
I was awarded the Air Force Guided Missile Insignia. I was the first photographic officer in the Air Force to get they called it the missile badge.
So I forgot who it was that called, but he says, we got a problem here. What's the problem? He says, well, it's that UFO.
We weren't launching real nuclear weapons, we were launching dummy warheads. They were the exact size, shape, and dimension and weight. And we were looking down southwest, and the missile popped up through the fog. It was just beautiful. And I hollered, there it is. And our guys on our M45 tracking mount with 180-inch lenses on it got it. We sent the film back down to Vandenberg.
The Japanese airline 747 was coming from the northwest, going across the Alaskan territory. He called and asked the controller if the controller had any traffic at his altitude. His radar is picking up a target. He sees this target with his eye, and the target, the way he described it, a huge ball with lights running around it, and I think he said it was like 4 times as big as a 747.
I was called into Major Mansman's office at the 1st Strategic Aerospace Division headquarters. And Major Mansman said, watch this. There was the launch from a day or 2 before it at Big Sur. We watched that stage burn out, we watched the 2nd stage burn out, we watched the 3rd stage burn out, and it's going like this. And into the frame came something else. It flew into the frame like this, and it shot a beam of light at the warhead, fires another beam of light, goes around like this, we're going like this, fires another beam of light, goes down like this, fires another beam of light, and then flies out the way it came in. And the warhead tumbles out of space.
They brought in 3 people from the FBI, 3 people from the CIA, and 3 people from Reagan's scientific study team, and I don't know who the rest of the people were. When they got done, they actually swore all these other guys into this never took place.
Who said that? Who was saying?
This was one of the guys from the CIA.
Now, I saw that. I don't give a goddamn what anybody else says about it. I saw that on film. Phil Klass can kiss my ass. He wasn't there. I was.
He said this is the first time they ever had 30 minutes of radar data on a UFO.
He said, you are never to speak of this again. As far as you're concerned, this never happened. So I said, yes, sir, and walked out, and that was the last I talked about it for 18 years.
I had the original video that I took, and I had the pilot's report, and I had the FAA's first report that was all downstairs on my table. They didn't ask for that, so I didn't give it to them.
There are things that I know about that I did in the service that I won't talk about to you now because they're top secret, and I could get my ass in trouble for talking about them. If you parse what Major Mansman said, he said, you are to say, this never happened. Well, that's not classifying it top secret, is it? And I was a part of a United States Air Force cover-up for 18 years.
But who do you tell that you were involved in a UFO incident without them looking at you like you ain't wrapped too tight?
What we photographed up there affected me for the rest of my life and made a huge impact on my understanding of the universe and of governmental manipulation of our minds.